So I just want to show you what a new client inquiry looks like and how I responded to it. So this is just my most recent one. I want to go through it a little bit and point out a few things. So she wrote, "Hi again, I'm wondering what you charge for a mini shoot. My guy is growing so fast and we never had a professional shoot." So the first thing I do is I go and I click on her profile and I take a minute to just get a sense of who she is, what she likes, like what is her personal brand, and especially how old are her kids, what gender are they, so that you can come back and talk about them. Now, in this case, I know the person, so I don't really need to talk too much, but you'll see here I respond, "Hi, Kelly, I'd love to shoot you guys. Ooh, the images will be so gorgeous. He's so very sweet, almost two. He looks like a little Buddha wisdom energy." This is something personal between us. I want to say his name is Sam or some such name. Like, I'm not sure, so I'm just asking. And then I say something cute, like about them. "You're such a cute family, a gorgeous mama. We have to pick something breathtaking. Golden hour." So I'm getting them excited. Like, I'm getting her starting to envision what it's going to be like. It's going to be breathtaking, golden hour. And then I'm telling her about the value. So we can add a few, like giving her extra value in some way. We should add a few just for your personal branding, like to splash across your online presence, social media, website, site marketing, etc. Because when I went to her Instagram, I saw that she is a comedian and she's writing a book right now too. Well, she told me that later, I think. So hold on. So I'm really talking personally, like she's a friend. She's just somebody I know, like an old boyfriend's sister's little. It's just a relative of somebody I know. Okay, so then I start getting her wanting to envision ideas. I want her to start thinking about ideas for her photo shoot. And this is before I even talk about pricing or logistics or anything. So, oh my God, we can come up with, with one funny idea because she's a comedian. Everyone picking noses, but better because you're the comedian and I am not. Okay, so mini sessions are, and then I give her the information. I tell her what's included. And this is important. The heirloom quality, saying that the art prints are heirloom quality is great. And you can also mention that they're sprayed with UV protective spray to last up to 5 generations because that's a great selling point. And additional prints, digital negatives, and packages are available to purchase. I love the way I say that there, and I use that sentence over and over again just to make sure that people know that digital negatives are not included. So throughout the emailing and when I give them some of the information, I'll be repeating that phrase. Additional prints, digital negatives, and packages are available to purchase. Okay, so then I ask her, "Have you ever done professional photography? If not, I'll walk you through it. It's a really amazing experience from the shoot all the way through, hanging beautiful artwork of your family to gaze at every day." So again, I'm getting her to now imagine how, like, what's amazing about the experience. What's it going to be like? It's going to be so much fun. Like looking at Stacy's feed, just looks like it's going to be a really fun photo shoot. I want to get them thinking that in their head. And then also I want to get her envisioning the beautiful artwork that's going to be on her walls, right? Because the final product is the point of the session. So then I asked, "Do you have any locations in mind?" Because sometimes they have someplace special, and I asked down here lower, "Is there any place that you hike as a family or have a special memory?" And I ask that first before I suggest locations because, the more special a location is, the more you're going to sell because the pictures are going to be more special. Okay, so do you have any locations in mind? I haven't announced this year's minis yet, so you'll have the evening to yourself. So I'm kind of telling her, like giving her just extra exciting little incentives to book, right? So you'll get the evening to yourself. And then I tell her, but I don't want to give her too much, right? So I tell her, usually I keep the cost low for minis by doing them back to back, but I'm actually happier doing you guys alone so I can give you all my energy. So I'm just, again, telling her why she's going to get a better deal than other people. And people love getting a better deal than everybody else. So like if everybody had to pay for a flight to Mexico for $3,000, but somebody offered you a flight for $100, you'd be crazy not to take it, right? So it's not about money. It's about having the special, just like those special incentives for that family to make them feel special and individual and unique, like not like you're processing them through an assembly line. That's the way, if you want to be a shoot and burn photographer, that's the way you do it. Like, because you have to do volume. So you have to keep rolling people through. You can't give them individual attention. But with this type where you have a really good client experience and you make a lot of money, you do. Okay. So then I go on and I say something personal. I know her brother who had died. So I just talk about that to bring a little bit of personal connection in it so that she remembers how we're connected, because she may not know how we're connected. And like, she might not know that I knew her brother because it was a while ago. I actually dated him, but she was really little at the time. Okay. So, but I just want to build that bond with her, like let her know that I'm connected to her, that we are in the same, like, I guess, I don't know what I was going to say about that. Okay, let me continue. Otherwise, NCAR is breathtaking. So next I give suggestions. So my top 2 places to shoot are NCAR and Wonderland Lake. So I build those up. I get her excited. I give her a vision, sweeping views of the Flatirons, whimsical, magical, airy feel. Like I'm getting her like worked up and really seeing what kind of photos are going to come out of this. And then I get into more details. How soon are we looking at? I tell her a little bit about how I'm booked this summer and traveling. And I just, I tell her about the scarcity of openings because FOMO, fear of missing out. People don't want to miss out. And then I say, do you need a weekend or a weekday? Usually I'll say, I have much more availability on weekdays just to deter them from the weekend, but I didn't hear just because I have a lot going on during the week this summer. Okay, do you have a weekday? Once we set the date, okay, this is important. I say this almost to every client. Once we set the date, I'll send you all the fun info on how to prepare, what to wear, bring, etc. Basically, everything you need to know how to plan so the shoot is effortless. I don't know why my next one is a different color. Is what? Plan the shoot so. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Plan the shoot so the shoot is effortless and the photos are gorgeous. So I just want her, this is an important part because you want her to solidify plans so that she can get that fun info. So once she solidifies the date, then you'll send her the info. So you want her to book before you send her all the fun info on how to prepare. And people really want that information because that is really a fun part of doing a photo shoot like this, a lifestyle outdoor photography shoot. Okay, and then I ask her, let me know any ideas or if you're envisioning any poses or specific photos. So again, I'm just trying to get her to think about the photos and get her dreaming up about the photo shoot. Oops, sorry. This can help us plan, I tell her, and I'll help you prepare, so it's truly awesome. Just wait. I normally don't do all this for minis, but you're like a total VIP. So again, I'm making her feel special. Even if just think of any way you can to make them feel special, even if it's not absolutely true. Like you can say something like, I don't have any availability that week, but I would be more than happy to move around a few things to make room for you guys because I love you so much, or something like if they're returning clients. And then I sum it up by saying, okay, I can't wait to see you guys and meet your little guy. I'm big one too, because I never met her husband and I only know her from a long time ago. I only met her briefly. Oh my God, I'm lame funny. Well, you're funny. So I'm just trying to be funny because she's a comedian and I'm not funny. And then I give her my information. And I like to attach my website only because it brings up the picture and that's my favorite picture. So I like them to see my favorite picture. So she writes back, wow, this is all amazing. We're celebrating, blah, 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 excited, exclamation point 3 times. Okay, and then she comes back a few hours later and says, this all sounds so amazing. I've done a lot of professional photos, but not since Colin came along. Colin is their baby's name. Would so love to do a session with some branding stuff for me too. So she liked my idea about incorporating that. And like, to me, that's not extra work. It's just taking her aside and, doing some things because I prepare them so well that they're the ones that do the work. So if she wants to come up with a really funny idea, she's going to come up with it and then, do all the work to style it. Okay. So she goes on to say, oh my God, so fun to do a couple funny shots. Actually, it's perfect because I'm working on a humor book about pregnancy and childbirth. So some funny pics with Colin would be great. So here is a piece of information that I think is solid gold. She tells me something about her life that is almost as important to her as her babies. I can only imagine, right? Writing a book. You're a comedian and you're writing a book. Your first book, that's amazing. That's a huge life moment. So I'm not going to overlook that. I am going to address that and talk it up because it's so important to her. And this is relationship building now. I'm building this relationship for her. Is it your first book? I say. I loved books like that. I ate them up when I was pregnant. You'll be a bestseller for sure. Baby shower gift magic. You guys are getting an insight into how I sound when I'm writing. Okay, what's your email? I'll send the investment guide and some other information. And then I come back like a few minutes later and I say, I'm not just saying that about the book. I actually bought the ones that weren't even well written to have just because I needed a mom to relate to. Moms in the US are so isolated during pregnancy. Going forward, since the pandemic, probably even more so because many may be overprotective after the scare and we take comfort in humor. So I'm like supporting her in her dreams right there. Like how good would it feel to have random people just help support you as you're, trying to fulfill one of your life's dreams. It's important. So, women supporting women. So I said, going to Google the image. I'm going to Google image Tina Fey photo shoot baby book for ideas. And then I send her a picture of Tina Fey. So I'm trying to relate with her on her level. She's a comedian. So I knew she would enjoy Tina Fey because Tina Fey is the funniest with parenting. Okay. She responded, that pic put me breastfeeding. Oh, that pic put me breastfeeding my toddler. Lil. I got to write her back about that. And then she says, thanks so much for the kind and heartfelt words. They mean a lot. I also wanted anything I could get my hands on. I also wanted anything I could get my hands on. So she's relating with me back. It's been slow going, but really fun, and I'm excited. Yes, first book, and I found a good agent. I need to write more pages. These photos will so help! Exclamation points, my emails, blah, blah, blah. And I'm so looking forward to it. So, here you can see that it worked. Thanks so much for the kind and heartfelt words. They mean a lot. You can tell that they did mean a lot. And, it's a small thing, but now we're connected over this book. And when I get to the photo shoot, we'll be able to talk about the book. I'll be able to ask her, like, tell me the funniest thing so far in your book or something, like during a pose. And then I'll start cracking up and then they'll start cracking up and it'll be perfect. We'll get beautiful photos. Okay. So, I just got that message this morning and then it made me think of this photographer that I'd seen that was set up these hilarious pictures. about parenting. And so again, I'm relating with her. Is it your first book? I say, I have done a lot of professional photos, but not since Colin came along. Colin is their baby's name. Would so love to do a session with some branding stuff for me too. So she liked my idea about incorporating that. And then because I want to create a relationship where I'm her go-to photographer forever. And she feels like I know her and understand what she's looking for and wants, and I know how to photograph her family, and she feels safe with me. And wouldn't you pay anything, not anything, but wouldn't you pay a lot more to have that kind of experience than someone that just says, hey, sure, you can do a mini shoot, it's this amount of money, show up at this location at this time, and wear something cute and do your hair. Like this is so much more. And because of that, I make so much more. So on my mini sessions, I make an average of $850 because the people are so well prepared, we're so connected, whatever. And I know, just doing research, a lot of really good photographers that are better than me don't even make $850 on a full session. So this is how you get there. Okay. So it does take a little bit of time, but it's not too much time for a new client inquiry. I would spend more time making an Instagram story tutorial, and this makes me a lot of money. So this is worthy of my time. So I say lol, totally not LOL. I say lol. I don't know why I hit my head. Totally not my style, but I could pull something off like this with careful planning, a little over the top, I guess. And then I'm going to just continue communicating with her. I'm going to switch to email now and send her all the investment guides, the policy sheets, and I'm going to get more down to business. So I'll send that to you when it's ready. If this was helpful, let me know.